Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to our UpRock weekly call. We're happy to have you here. We also have Christopher. Spaceman, can you still not hear us? You should be able to hear us now. No? Let's bring Christopher. Maybe he can tell us.
Hello. I can hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm getting dripped on a little bit. I was all set up for live stream today, and there were some clouds this afternoon, and somebody even asked me, like, hey, is it going to rain? And I said, no, Google said it's not going to rain.
Yeah.
And then just literally like about 10 minutes ago, it started raining. So I had to move everything quickly under the overhang of the edge of the office here. But
well, good.
Anyway.
You got it. They look good.
I mean, if I lean forward, I get raindrops on my head. I don't know if you can see them splashing on my head.
There's a song about that.
Raindrops. I shouldn't do that. We'll get like a copyright strike or something.
Yeah, maybe not.
Your singing is that good. It'll get a copyright. That's pretty good.
It is that good, Jesse. Yes. Just this is why I don't even speak song lyrics just as like a poem, because I just can't help but just being that musically gifted.
Just nailing it every time. Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
At least that's what it sounds like to me when I'm singing in the shower. What can I say?
Great acoustics in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, Killer Clown, we will talk about the broken rocket. That's happened a couple times, so we'll help you solve that. I see your messages. I know how frustrating that is, so we'll definitely talk to you about that on the stream in a little bit later. Okay. So we're reading the chat. Looks good to see everyone here. How everybody going through it right now?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Anyway, so it is our, let's bring this back on the stage. It is our 116th weekly call. Topic of the week is Agentic Harness. We're happy to be here. You can see, well, looks like Rocket is in the East. He's in
Korea. My motherland.
Seoul. Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a bit. Where are we highlighting here? Oh, our agenda today.
Okay.
You know, I almost said our agentic today.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's only missing. It's all I think about these days. We'll talk about the UpRock Loop. We'll talk about Rocket's next latest stop around the world, Seoul. The next series episode in our AI watching series.
Mm-hmm.
Roz and Rocket also are working on something new.
Okay.
Talk about the Agentic Harness. Somebody asked, is there going to be a badge for this? Yes, every single week we have a new badge for you to check in the front row. You get a badge and a boost, so that's your QR booster. Will be coming up. Some product updates, and then we're going to get out of here.
Yep. Sounds good.
Sounds fabulous. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. Put your internet to work. So crypto is moving again, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Seems like it's people are getting excited.
I felt the vibe shift a month ago. Yeah. It was a little early, but it's hard to time the bottom. But I really felt it. I think it's back now, or it's starting. Nothing's near all-time highs at all, which is great because it's a lot of room to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But if everything goes up, everything goes up together.
Yeah.
Usually. You know, as long as it goes up, we go up, which is great. And I think it's awesome.
So the reason why
I think a big thing of what happened is we talked about this in, what did I say, May? I said, it's this for the next couple of months. I think I predicted we can ask Rocket to go back and watch the videos. But I said, look, everything's a little unsettled in the global economy right now. And my recollection, what I said is, in my opinion, there aren't like massive structural problems. But at the same time, it was the summertime and nobody really knew what was going on with X, Y, and Z in global affairs.
Yeah.
And everybody was just, I won't say they were fully running panicked. It wasn't like contagion. And then, a couple of exchanges failed and that didn't help anything.
Right.
But it was just, everybody was sort of taking the summer off in a way that often happens during August, but this year I think happened in June and July as well, where just nobody wanted to be the first one to put their toes in. Summer was nice, and and World Cup was going on, which was a big distraction from everything in the world. I feel like the global economy kind of just ground to a halt this summer.
Yeah,
well, not literally, of course, but you know what I mean. It's even the non-crypto markets were kind of all over the place.
I think it was all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now.
Well, so things are coming back up.
It's changing, yeah.
Yeah, things are coming back. Sentiment's coming back up, and what better time than to start earning some more UPT by keeping UpRock running on your device? So if you're having your Android and desktop device, you're contributing to the to our DPIN, to our network that lets you use Rocket. So you could research something, watch prices.
Mhm.
Actually, it's also a great time when crypto is getting better. Watch the prices. You could put Rocket to work in that way. But if you are contributing to the network, or if you're contributing, you're using UpRock app and having it running in the background, you're earning UPT just for having it running in the background. And you can increase your earn rate by playing games, answering surveys, things like that. So as we're entering into a bull market again, it's a good time to start stacking your
Stack the bull.
stack the bull. Yes,
Yep.
yes, and you know, get your bags nice
Yeah.
and heavy.
Yeah, you can actually. I have it. It actually watches X accounts. So I have my Rocket watching X accounts. Just paying attention. It gives a daily brief summary of everything. I have a daily task that does everything in AI and crypto.
Mhm.
And it's kind of fun. So I tell my Rocket, like, if you find something like an event, or like as you're doing as you're fetching stuff on the internet, if you find something that like an event or a conference or anything, like, feel free to just dive deep on it, and it will do that. I've done it a couple times. Rocket has done that a few times, where it will find an event that happens here. Like, we're currently just meeting some folks in SF. So it'll find something in SF, and then without me asking, kind of I gave it, just a little prompting. It starts to like just include into my my daily brief all the details of what's happening around that event, which is cool.
Mhm.
But I can also watch. You can also watch monitor like X accounts that you care. There's accounts out there that are have big impact and catalysts for stuff. So like if something from Solana Foundation or from Robinhood or some big counts, I just have it watch it while I'm asleep so I can see what's happening, and what's pretty cool. And it works because the DPIN works. So it actually loads X accounts and Instagram. Our network allows us to unblock the internet for all of our agents together without even thinking about it. It just works. It just loads. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sorry, I have a sneeze coming on.
Yeah.
It's not coming out. Okay, sorry about that. You had to see that live. A sneeze that never came. Anyway, yeah, it's really great. It's a great time to be watching these things. Speaking of which, have you guys set up your daily recurring tasks, as Jesse was just explaining what his is? I still have.
Well, I know some of you have, because I see all the usage coming through.
You see it coming through. Yeah, mine is. I was sharing that last week. Mine was the one of my daily recurring tasks is the word of the day, and I think maybe we should find out what today's word is. Southpaw. Southpaw is the word of the day. It's a left-handed person on your
slang
boxing.
for a lefty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slang for a lefty. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's also your boxing.
Okay.
You go on the other side. So anyway, southpaw. That's great.
But do you know a word that we usually in this day and age use to mean something about someone's behavior, but actually refers to left-handedness?
Sinister?
Exactly. To be sinister merely means to be left-handed.
Can't trust the lefties.
Oh, really? That's funny.
That's the historical meaning of the word. Yes.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Because
That's
they thought that people who were left-handed were evil, right? Or there's some evil in
Not evil. No, but that's the thing. This is what I love about language. We say evil as a substitute, but that's which is a connotation, but it literally means sinister. If I were trying to explain that word to someone who didn't understand English at all, I would differentiate it from evil. Evil is manifestly evil.
Yeah,
sinister
So
is
like
just left-handed.
Yeah. So the comic book character, Mr. Sinister, he's just like a super left-handed person. That's a skill.
Yeah. By the way, to be clear, I'm not picking on any lefties here. I love language, right? And like the idea of where does it come from and what is the history of language and how does it tell us about the history.
It is wild though, that term, if you're left-handed, you use your right brain more. Every single person that I know that's left-handed my entire life, it's 100%. They're all very creative. All of them. Every single one. I've never not met one that has not been an artist in some way. Actually every single time.
So many people, they say I'm a right brain person, I'm a left brain person. Personally, I'm a whole brain person. I don't know why I paid for the whole brain. Might as well
I like only parts of it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if all goes well with Rocket, I'm not going to use mine at all anymore.
Nice.
Left hand, means left on the left side, and then people started to view it as lucky or unfavorable, which then became to mean evil or harm over the centuries. These poor lefties, they can't catch a break.
Yeah. Oh.
And they're only lucky, and it was only probably lucky or unfavorable because the world is made for right-handed people. You ever try to cut? I hear that the left-handed person trying to cut scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Trying to write on your notepad, and everything on your arm is just your arm's just black with ink or blue with ink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Jen, you might be demonstrating your age there. I'm pretty sure that people who are not much younger than us have never had to write in a notebook in school. So,
oh my gosh, you're right. Do you remember the projectors where they like put plastic sheets on the projector and project onto the wall, and they would write on it with a marker, and then the teacher would always need to clean something up, so they would like lick their finger and then they clean it off, and then you'd see like the saliva trail projected onto the wall.
This is a horrifying story. A horrifying story.
But it is a story of our past, and I'm sure there's other people in the chat who can relate to this and probably forgot about that horror and would like me to move on, which I shall. I will move on now. But let's go to Korea. How about that? Let's move on from teachers licking their mistakes on the projector to moving over to Korea. Rocket, our little golden retriever here, mascot for UpRock, is traveling the world.
Okay.
What we were doing before, for about a year, we would highlight a new country of the week. But now we have Rocket. The Rocket Chat, Rocket AI is out.
Yeah.
We let the dog out.
Yeah.
And now he is wandering around the world. He is on his 4th stop.
Yeah. Getting smarter and smarter. Getting more data. Seoul is great. I mean, I was born there, so this is my motherland. And also around this time is usually when all the Asia blockchain stuff starts. I'm not sure what our plans are this year for that, but it's coming up soon. And the fall is one of the best times to visit Korea because it is strong 4 seasons, which means beautiful fall, winter, but hot, muggy, thick air summer. And if you like that, cool. But I try to avoid summer in Korea. But fall is the best time. Or spring when the flowers bloom, but fall is one of the best times to go. Like right now, actually, it's perfect.
I mean, it's beautiful. Well, that's where Rocket is, and so we take Rocket to different parts of different cities around the world. This is our 4th one, and we ask you, what should Rocket discover in the city? Let us know things like where's the best Korean BBQ or barbecue? Where is the most underrated neighborhood? Where's the party at? Best late night food, pretty much everywhere. Honestly, Seoul, everywhere. So best late night food. Best cafe to work remotely. Where it has the best gaming. Where's the best gaming culture? What are things that people from Seoul or only a local would know that we should share? Rocket should know about. And I want you to share that in the thread on X. And here's the thing, guys. If Rocket features your contribution, you are going to get an exclusive Rocket City badge, and some contributors might also get some UPT.
Nice.
So please share your thoughts about where we should go. And even if you don't live in Seoul, but you've been to Seoul and you just know where to go, let us know. Let Rocket know.
Yeah, the honestly, the best thing it's just you constantly eat.
Oh yeah.
In Korea.
Oh yeah.
Constantly. Everything is designed and geared toward eating, drinking, sleep, karaoke. It's just that rotation. Oh, you have 4 times.
Your experience of Seoul is very different than mine. So, I mean, I love the food, but I get I don't even know the Korean, whatever the Korean word for gaijin is. I get the gaijin treatment.
Okay, we'll have to all go together.
Not in a bit like I love Seoul, but it's a lot harder for me to
but we love eating. Like
all I want is meat and soju. I don't need anything fancy. It's like. Also, I don't know, like this thing about like Americans can't eat spicy food or whatever. So like you try to order stuff and they're like, no. And I don't know, do they mean like we're out of it, or do they mean like no, we're trying to save you because you're so pale. We don't want you to die from this spice. And it's like it's okay. I like it spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, Christopher. We've been out to eat before, you and I, and we've been to. I forgot. I think we were at a Mexican restaurant, Latino restaurant, or Latin restaurant, Latino restaurant, or something. Probably Mexican, and they assumed I wanted my food spicy and you wanted yours mild. I was like, no, it is the opposite way around. like Tabasco's a little spicy for me. It's a little much.
Yeah.
That must be so frustrating.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah, I love Seoul. I love Seoul. So we were talking last week about London. Seoul is one of those cities. If I have a couple-hour layover in Incheon, even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to get on the train and go closer to the city center, even if I only have 5 or 6 hours or something, I'll do the whole hustle. I'll run through customs, jump on the train, go somewhere, just look for a place, get some good food, try to hustle back to the airport in time to make my flight.
Yeah.
I think Seoul is one of my places I've been, one of my favorite places. I just really love the hustle and bustle. I love seeing families. You don't see a lot of families around, like where I live. I don't see a lot of families out and about because I'm downtown, in an area where there's a lot of tech workers. There's a lot of Amazon people.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're just in a different point of their life. You don't see a lot of families, but everywhere I saw families everywhere. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
It's always something going on. And it's great food. They call it the land of the morning calm. And I've learned from locals, that's because everyone's hungover from the night before. So they know how to party. And then in the morning, they just sleep.
It really is calm.
It's so calm.
For a big city, it's well, where's everyone? Yeah.
Where is everybody?
It is very calm. They're all in the bathhouse or something, or passed out in karaoke room. No, it's awesome. I highly recommend. When we were younger, we were taught we're all as subconsciously are taught to overeat in Korea since the baby times, because when you're a little kid, when you eat well, the word they use is which means oh, you're so beautiful, so pretty. So as you're a baby, the more you stuff your face, they're like, oh, you look great. So you're trained that way. I think this is why all the Korean videos, you'll see so many Instagram videos or TikTok or YouTube of just mukbang, just people just stuffing their face. I mean, we were trained this way since we're kids. And literally the word is they tell you all your whole family, your aunties, everyone says, oh, you look so pretty. Oh, pretty. You look so beautiful.
Until you get a little bit older, and then it's why did you get so fat?
Yeah. And they'll do the same thing when you're so. You never want to be in the family because they'll just say there's the one who went to Harvard, there's the pretty one, there's the smart one, there's the fat one. Once you get stuck with the fat one, that's for the rest of your life. You're known as the fat one.
Even if you lose the weight. So gosh.
Yeah. No matter what.
I love the bluntness.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, let us know what Rocket should discover in Korea or in Seoul if you've been there, or even if you're just a fan, you know what to do. You know what to like. And if this is not a city that you are familiar with, well, worry not, because we're gonna feature a new city. This is only the 4th one so far, and so you can possibly earn your Rocket City badge.
Also, fun fact: a lot of people from Korea love the games. One of our consistently. Throughout every month, one of the top communities that play the game rewards, which is great for the token because we use the game rewards pay out well, and we use that to buy back token. A big player base is from Korea, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, but Korea is a big one. It's always top 5, sometimes top 2 or 3. And
we're not even localized in Korean yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty great. All right, let's go on to the next topic at hand. It's the next.
Looks like the rain. Something happened with Chris.
Yeah, I'm moving again. You guys will see me again in a second.
Okay.
It started to drip. I don't know. It started to rain harder and camera's getting wet. Anyway, continue. I'm not
the next episode in our AI watching series is cars. So we have our video semantic search, and we started doing a series of how you can use topics you could use video semantic search for. So people were asking us, well, this is great, but what would I use it for?
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with video semantic search, our video semantic search lets you you could share a video, you could upload a video to or share a video to Rocket and ask Rocket. Rocket will analyze the actual video. So you could put up a video and say, hey, a recording of this, and say, who is in the video and what are they wearing? And Rocket would be able to say, there's 2 people here, a man and a woman, Jesse and Jen. Jesse's wearing a gray shirt and Jen is wearing a red and black floral shirt.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's not just relying on a transcript, which a lot of these tools will rely on a transcript from the video. It's actually ingesting and watching the video and analyzing it and answering for you.
Yeah.
So people ask, well, this is great, but what can I use it for? So we have a series where we explore different verticals. And this week we're talking about cars. So you could search it instead of like just reading a review. You can see how does that car drive. Are you trying to figure out what the car is really like? So you don't have to worry about watching a whole bunch of videos from different review accounts. You can have Rocket ingest all of these videos and let you know. It gives you the findings. So things like, hey, I want to see find every reviewer that's testing the Model Y, and I want it from for rear seat comfort.
Yeah.
Like how does that Model Y feel in the back seat? Any video who mentions that.
Yeah. This is a good use case because when you buy a car, it is, you spend hours and hours and weeks sometimes because it's a big purchase online to do a lot of things. And you check multiple sites, right? You're looking at even Craigslist, maybe cars.com. I don't know. You're looking everywhere. And also the dealer sites. You're looking at YouTube videos and you're looking at maybe a TikTok to just see reviews, how people like the car. Then you go to the dealership and actually try it yourself. But all those things. So Rocket can give you a richer experience and insight back if it can actually watch more things on the internet. So it can actually match a good price with the car and say, hey, a lot of people like this one versus this one. And then return links to the exact timestamp of like, this is a great review. You should check this one out. This is exactly what you're looking for. And this person seems to care about the same thing you care about based on what I saw in the review. Plus the video's cool. Check out the video. Like it just gives a better, cooler, more fun response when it can actually do more with what's on the internet. And then the cool thing about Rocket is that, each platform might offer semantic video search built in. Like I know Grok on X is starting to add more itself. And then also YouTube might have it because Google can do it. But if you ask each of those platforms to watch other platforms' videos, it won't do it. Like Grok won't watch a YouTube or a TikTok or Instagram. Powerful thing about Rocket is it doesn't care about all that. It's public index. So when one video is public and it indexes it, then every other Rocket gets to instantly answer questions about that same video without spending time to index it. But it's cross-platform. So Rocket doesn't, can watch what videos on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, YouTube. And then that's again, richer experience, richer in insights, because it's not blocked or, kind of restrained or restricted by whatever platform it lives on. It needs to be able to fetch the world, and it can do that because of you guys, because of our deepened network. So that's just cool, because I really believe like the secret weapon for an awesome personal agent is going to be video, because so much video drives what we do all day long. Like we love watching video, helps purchases, helps buy a car, whatever, choosing a restaurant, all this stuff. And we're just getting started. Like, we want to make the experience really amazing. But first step is like, just let Rocket watch videos, make sure it does that really fast, very, cheaply, efficiently, that kind of
Well, you have here Beland Labs asks, can help me find a 2020 Mini Cooper, a Countryman.
Yeah, you should give that task.
You give it a task. Give it a shot. Actually, you were doing that, or Tim was doing that recently to help his dad find
a truck. Yeah, so you can say that, plus give some details like price range, where you're at too, because of course you want to buy a car that's not nearby you don't want to buy a car that's like located like 1,000 miles from you. So even those details will help a lot, and it'll start looking locally even. I think that's a great task. I think this is a good one, because this is one of those like decisions you have to make that can be stressful, and you spend a lot of hours doing it, and this is a great one for an agent to like just help save some time.
Oh, you want to know what? Here's how I'm going to use it. This is not a vertical we have shared so far or just yet, but it is related because it's for shopping. A few months ago, my refrigerator door panel, like a little like shelf on the door side, fell, right? And it broke. I was like, okay, I got to get a replacement for this. Turns out the refrigerator is discontinued, and the replacement I can't get. If I could get it, that from the manufacturer, they used to charge $750 for it. Now you can't find it anywhere.
You can just buy a new refrigerator for that.
Yeah. Oh, guess how much the refrigerator costs if I want to get something? Because this is the refrigerator came with the place. I didn't buy this. I would not have bought this refrigerator, but it came with the place I live in. To replace the whole refrigerator would be $13,000. That's a freaking car for a refrigerator. And because it's also like I think it's a different
It
size.
comes with a chef.
It's crazy, but then to replace just that kit, if I could find it, it's $750,000. It's $750 from the manufacturer. Because it's not now, it's aftermarket. I have to go on eBay, and I've seen old listings for it, and it's so much more.
Yeah.
Because it's not being supplied anymore. So I have to have Rocket just search everywhere. Is there anything that could exist that might fit this door panel? Or can you find anyone who's willing to sell theirs that's hopefully not $1,000 or even $200? I mean, is there a kind soul that exists in the world that will sell this to me for like $100? I'm sad to say.
I feel like this is what 3D printing is for.
You
You should have Rocket. You should ask Rocket if it can figure out the dimensions of the part from listings and then 3D print one.
That's actually, I did save it too, because I was looking for schematics for this part. I didn't see anything specific, but that's a good point. I'll ask Rocket to see if it can find schematics for this specific part.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? $13,000 for a refrigerator?
There's some. I guarantee you that whoever built the building didn't spend that much on each refrigerator. They got them for like a tiny fraction of that. But like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's how they lock in perceived value. Is it's like, okay, we're going to use just like a unique model number that nobody but big developers can buy. They buy them for cheap, but then if somebody goes to price it, they're like, oh, this is an expensive refrigerator.
Yeah. It's like, what was it in New York, the toilets? They were doing an audit of like the public toilets, and they found that they were spending like $90,000 per public toilet or something like that.
Yeah,
do you remember?
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's what I need to use my Rocket for, not just the word of the day.
That's a cool one. So yeah, so when Rocket has to do that, like you'll probably find videos. Try to look for videos of the refrigerator. It'll probably find like specs of it. All those things might need different tools to actually analyze some different type of content. So video semantic search is one tool. And every time you ask it to do something, it starts to like distill all the actions, and not just like the memory, but the tool calls and all the skills that you use to make that happen. And we want to, just the powerful thing about Rocket is it's a distributed network of tasks, but it gets smarter. So that one Rocket gets smart, if someone else out there also needs to find a refrigerator part, then the other Rocket can do it faster.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the power of like having a distributed network where everyone has their own isolated sandbox and it's private. It's useful for them. But then the actual like specific things on like getting the tools and skills and make sure like this didn't break, this skill worked. That stuff is like allows us the entire network to get smarter, more intelligent, so it does better, more efficient. Because the world of tokens is going to get more abundant, and being able to put those tokens onto a task and get the most out of it is going to get more amazing. But I think the better way to do it is not like having isolated agents where everyone's just kind of learning by themselves. It's like, how do we compound all the learning together so that every can just get more and more out of your tokens? More accessible, more power, more rewarding experience. I think that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to try to have Rocket and find a 3D printed file. This is ridiculous. And I'm going to a very strongly worded message because I did not sign up for that. It's like, it's not that great a refrigerator.
Yeah.
I don't know who was thinking they were good. I ain't paying for it. Anyway, let's move on. And if there's any problems, I'll have Rocket draft up like a legal note about how I ain't paying for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is part of the. Hey, that's a great question. We haven't seen that. The knowledge. So KAL is the knowledge abstraction layer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what it is. Yeah, because
and specifically,
yeah, go ahead.
When we talk about the knowledge abstraction layer, we talk about the ability to disaggregate. Okay, why did I use a $10 word when a 10-cent word would have sufficed? So what Rocket's achieving here is like the higher level thing on top of the knowledge abstraction layer. The knowledge abstraction layer is the idea that Rocket can search for things, but it doesn't have to get super nitty gritty. So if your agent has to actually know, like, okay, what are all the different search indexes out there? How do I address each one, and so on and so forth. So there's like lower level parts of Rocket that can handle this. And Rocket just knows that it needs to search. Rocket just knows that it needs to watch a video. Rocket just knows that it needs to organize this information or access whatever. And so the knowledge abstraction layer is the idea of taking this ability to have like structured knowledge, some of which can even have an agent itself inside it that's actually doing fairly complex transformations to make it all consistent. And then the high level agent can just sort of request or access what it needs in a very straightforward way. So let me give you another example of this. It seems strange, but one of the biggest things that's like super expensive for agents is reading a web page. You know, a web page might have hundreds of thousands of lines of HTML, or hundreds of thousands, excuse me, lines. Lines, probably not. Characters, yes. And 95% of that is, or more, is totally irrelevant for your agent. It's everything from ads to like layout stuff for specific browsers, or, you know, mobile legacy code or whatever. And it's not the real meat of what it's trying to look at. And so like when Rocket's like fetching a web page, there's actually a completely separate agent that takes the raw data of the page and structures it into a useful form for Rocket, so that your Rocket doesn't have to ingest hundreds and hundreds of thousands of characters of useless data. It just gets the important parts of that page that it's looking for. And so so yes, in a sense, this is the knowledge abstraction layer, but very specifically what we mean by that when you read some of our papers and stuff is we're talking about the idea that your Rocket actually can just say, hey, I want this web page and I want it in a format that's useful for me. And it doesn't have to know, your Rocket doesn't have to care about how that web page got into a format that's useful for you. It just gets it, and it's easy, it's effortless. But that's not, sometimes that's done using legacy code. And obviously, whenever we can, we try to use legacy code for that because it's more efficient. But in a lot of cases, that's actually done using multiple different AI engines, some of which are LLM type models, and some of which are much more specialized, like AI engines. For back of a little, they're not, I mean, I guess technically they're models, but they're not models like we think of like a chat model, but they're models that do specific things like being able to decode video and to transform web pages and all that kind of stuff. So there's sometimes a lot more AI in this than is obvious at first glance. The other thing, as long as we're talking about KAL and all of that, I noticed somebody asked up if Rocket can transcribe or listen to audio. And so the short answer is yes. And the longer answer is actually that that is something that I'm really working on to bring as a first-class skill. So right now, obviously, it can, because we do this with video, where audio forms an important part of the video pipeline. But what we haven't done is break out just the audio-relevant portions into a separate standalone tool that Rocket can call to just do audio without attached video. That having been said, and Jesse knows this, very soon, as this was actually one of my projects for this week, but I got a bit sidetracked with another one of our product updates that we'll tell you about in a little bit. But our audio engine is actually super cool. It's insanely fast, and I'm editing a video about that in my time when I'm not working on other stuff. I was trying to get that out this week, hopefully next week. Sure. Because we're going to open source that. We're so proud of our audio engine that we're going to open source that, and that we're going to just give Rocket's ears to the world. Not in like a weird way, but in like a happy way.
Yeah. It's like, here's a whole bunch of dog ears. Send it to our enemies.
That's cool.
No, not in a weird way. Yeah. In an open source way.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that's awesome, Chris, to hear that. Yeah, I really think we're just
because you were asking me, you're like, dude. You sent me the script for the video like 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, fucking editing video is hard. And I know.
Actually, Rocket it's better to just live stream it and then have AI edit it for you. Sometimes just put
Rocket helped me with editing a little bit, but I'm kind of a perfectionist with this kind of stuff. So
but that's I think for the most part, most of us we're never going to browse alone again. It's going to be you and agent. It's going to be AI and everything. Sometimes the agent's in the background. It's going to be multiple agents. You don't even know what's happening. Like we just said with Rocket, when you ask Rocket to do something, it actually is a multi-agent system. So it has different agents it'll call on in the background. You guys don't even have to think about that. It just does it. And that's going to happen a lot. But you're going to have one personal agent that you're going to want to make sense of the world, because it's going to be, like the dead internet theory. It's not going to be all just bots, but it's going to be so many that you need a bot on your behalf. You need an agent on your behalf to just cipher through everything that's going on. And also, I really think you want an agent that once it starts understanding you, that like today the chatbots are kind of dead until you talk to it. I think a great personal assistant, like if you want to hire a real one in real life, a great personal assistant, like you go like after work, you go to coffee, they ask you a lot of questions. What do you care about? Like great person's like really like even when the day's done, they're thinking, how can I make that person, they're paying me, how can I make that person's life better, or like their job better, like what are they interested in? Oh, I'm in the world of this person's business. I'm going to learn all about that business now because I want to be a great personal assistant to this company or this person, right? That's why you would pay that person a lot of money, because they're like really proactive, like care about you and your business and whatever you kind of offload to them or delegate. And a personal agent should do the same thing. Like once it knows like, oh, you really care about this and this, I'm going to deliver value while you sleep. I'm going to start just learning your world, like what you care about. And while you're sleeping, just start doing stuff. And so that because of course it has knowledge. It's already trained on kind of everything existing today, like today and past, but world keeps changing. Humans are always curious, like things always update and there's new insights, new stuff happening. And so an agent needs to constantly like see what's up in your world and constantly learn it. And I think that's going to be powerful. So because of that, the volume of web tasks, web activities is going to just skyrocket, and it's already happening. And we believe that all of us, that the best way to build this new system of work, whether it's for your personal life or your job, is a distributed network where all these agents are working together, being more efficient, getting compounding insights, compounding tools, the insights you learn from which actions are the most efficient way to get some data. And that's kind of like how we think about where this knowledge abstraction layer is starting to evolve into. Like we had a good idea, like we understood the problem very well that's coming soon, but we're really figuring out exactly at an operational level how to execute it now. Like where things are going. Because we didn't know like the agent thing. We thought maybe it's like it's part of the LLMs and the models directly, but the agent world has just blown up so much faster than we thought. And so that's changing a lot of it. But like we got the problem right. It's just how to execute it in the operation side. I really feel like we're figuring it out now. So yeah.
Well, what's fascinating about this is, I was reading recently from some people, I've been thinking about this philosophical writing and stuff. People who lived, especially through like the second industrial revolution. Like imagine you went to school in 1890, and by 1920, electrification exists, and the telephone and the automobile and all this stuff. And if you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, yeah, the information revolution is kind of done. We're past like, okay, we had first the internet, personal computers, the internet, and then mobile devices, bringing all of that into our pockets, and social networking and large data, and like, cool, we've kind of been through what you might call the third industrial revolution, or the information revolution or whatever. But then like, psych, it turned out we were all wrong, and the final boss of it is probably AI. So like, I thought we were in 1925, but we weren't. We were in like 1915. It was like the peak of it was yet to come. And who would have done that? I mean, I think, you guys speak for yourselves. If you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, no, I think, obviously there's still going to be innovation, but the biggest disruptors of the information age have already occurred. And we built thinking machines. That's pretty damn cool. But it's also, it's wild how much it changes. So many things. And yet other things stay the same, A beautiful walk in the park is still a beautiful walk in the park, whether Rocket is working away on your behalf, available on your phone or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, so we're here in San Francisco, and it is interesting. San Francisco looks like an old city, but it is like the tech capital. Is one of the tech capitals of the world.
Actually,
I went in a Waymo yesterday, a self-driving vehicle, a robo-taxi, and it's just like I'm going through like old city roads. It looks like an old city, but I'm in this tech that we don't have in most cities. And also, how cool would it be when there's actually you have AI in the taxi cab with you, where it's like, hey, I want to make a quick stop. Where can I go? Like, I need to stop by and get some I don't know, toothpaste. would take me to the nearest one. You just say it to it, you know, it would just like the taxi will actually take you there. Or, hey, taxi, I'm here, I'm visiting.
Yeah, that's gonna come.
I have dinner plans, but after dinner, where should I go for?
Because the Teslas do that, but the Waymos don't do it. Yeah. Interesting. I'm sure it's coming on the Waymos.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it feels like in SF, it does feel like Back to the Future. Like you see the movie, like you'll see like remnants of the old buildings that came from the 1950s, but then you'll randomly see like the floating skateboard. That's how it feels here. It's like everything is still kind of similar from visiting for over 10 years, but then you'll see a Waymo now.
Yeah.
Or you see drones everywhere, you know? Yeah. But it is pretty wild how fast things moved. And the hard part about a startup and when you can move and you can code everything is focus, because you have so many opportunities and you can really mess up by doing too many things. And also maybe there's not like one AI model or one company like killing everything. So it really matters to really understand exactly the problem you're working on and how you solve it. And because like knowledge abstraction layer already sounds too abstract. And how do you actually like literally like what are problems we're actually solving and who are actually customers? And anyway, we're just getting really, really, really good at that. So that's why we're so excited. Like everything we're doing now, we can see it in the token usage, the people who are adopting a rocket, all that's going up. And those are really good signs for us that it's actually useful. People are using it and it's cool. So, yep.
Yeah, you know, somebody said something in the comments. Wouldn't it have been wild imagining back then? And I don't know exactly which back then they mean. Maybe they meant like the 1890s. San Francisco is 250 years old. 1776, San Francisco was founded. But Rocket answered me that question just while we were chatting right now.
The same age as our country, as the nation? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
But you know, wouldn't have been wild to imagine AI back then. And yet, weirdly, I would say, I'm a huge history buff. The idea of a thinking machine was way more imaginable in 1776 or 1890 than it was in 1980. At the point when a machine that could do anything of that complexity was the realm of sort of pure fantasy, just one step removed from magic, then why wouldn't it think? Of course it would. It wasn't until we started building really complex machines that we realized how damn hard it was going to be to have an AI. I think. So like it was, how to put it this way, in 1776, a machine that thought was no harder than a boat that flew. Like they were both just impossible. They were both the pure realm of fantasy. I won't even see science fiction, just fantasy. And it wasn't probably, you know, like I said, until 1980s, 1990s that a thinking machine was a real stretch. Like, so AI went through several hard winters before it finally hit its stride.
Yeah, I think, you're right. It's you're unrestrained by reality. Once reality hits in, then it starts to like, well, shit. If you can make a computer brain think anything when it's fantasy, I could do anything. You know what? Hey, H.G. Wells said we would have a time machine. So maybe that's up next. I also think no matter what you think you want in the world, or if you don't know what the next big technology is, just watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, or any Star Trek actually, but Next Generation. It's a great source for what is the next tech.
True.
So that means transporter, obviously, universal translator, and the food thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got. I'll be honest.
The food thing.
These phones are way better than tricorders.
They are, but how about this? Like, oh, here's what I want. Star Trek. It's coming from Star Trek. Nobody has headaches in Star Trek in that universe anymore because they figured out headaches.
Or the common cold.
No, but there was an episode. I think it was Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
And some characters came down with headaches, and they're like, "We haven't had a headache in ages. Like, we just don't have these anymore.
It's been 3,000 years since a
Something's
headache.
really wrong if you have a headache."
That's funny.
That would be great. Anyway, let's move on to other ways that we are using UpRock or using Rocket, and actually in particular how Sir Roz is using Rocket every week. There's a new series actually of Roz and Rocket. The series this week they're talking about creators. So Sir Roz is in charge of our community marketing and user growth, and so he uses Rocket many ways, and he's been sharing with us the different ways he does it. This week he's sharing how he uses Rocket for creating content, how to figure out what's worth saying before anyone else is saying it, So he gives Rocket a new job, which is find me something worth creating today. And that's a big task.
Yep.
To ask that dog. Also, I really like the that breakfast. Looks pretty dope. Rocket is ready to work. Sir Raj just got out of bed.
Yeah. Finding a job is a good one. That's also a big task, and it takes time for the whole process, right? Even the resume building, but also there's new job listings constantly. This is a perfect one again, like just the car use case. This is the same one where you really want something that can work all night long because just give it a little bit of feedback every day. What industries it might even like recommend places. It's just a lot of work, and each company has new listings they're posting every day, and so just having Rocket monitor that is also useful, and it can do all these things. And guys, remember the reason why we really encourage you to do these tasks, because if you have used any proactive or any agent, whether it's OpenClaw or anything out there, it's super expensive. We've spent a lot of work making sure this is the most rewarding and accessible actual agentic AI system. So being able to do these tasks all day long, we use a mix of models, not just always the frontier to do this, and that's why it's going to be so accessible to everybody. Because if you try to do this with a Perplexity or any other a system like that or a product like that, you will very quickly be upsell to upgrade your agent to $200 a month. Like, just try it. Go ahead, use Perplexity, use OpenClaw, use any of those tools, and very quickly you'll realize unless you're paying at least a couple $100 a month, those agents are not very useful. And so it takes a lot of work to make this actually accessible to a lot of people. And this is a big one, because a lot of things what you do online is finding knowledge, finding resources, getting a job, finding a mate. These are like hardcore things that humans do. And finding the right match. This is why every year there's a new company who gets funded to just help you find a job. There's a new career site every year because it's such a hard problem, and because things change. And anyway, this is definitely one where you want an agent on your side to just constantly look out and on your back, has your back, loyal only to you, figure out what you like, helps you build your resume. This is a great one.
Oh my gosh, when you said find a mate, I was just thinking there's got to be something in there, some sort of insight stack for dating. Like you're on like a dating app or something. This person has been on Hinge for 3 years and has made 200 matches, and something like that.
You know what I really think people don't realize? I bet you this could just be one skill that does this all. Like, I think probably 1 billion people have already done this, or not. Yeah, maybe. I think everyone has taken a screenshot of a chat they're having with someone they're dating or talking to, and just drop it into the chat and be like, "Hey, what should I say back?" I bet the volume of screenshots that have gone to a chat of asking, like, "Hey, can you give me a funny joke," or like, "What should I say?" or like, "How do I make sure this ends in a good date?" or whatever. I bet you so many millions of people.
Why would I need to do that? I just have AI have my conversations for me.
Yeah,
I don't even look at that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And summarize it. Distill the date for me, sir.
Just tell me if they said something that I need to know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that's gonna find its way into like what are the apps? Tinder and Hinge. It's gonna be where it's like the quick reply, and it's just like it gives you the.
Yeah,
they won't. No, they won't do it. I'm sure they're not gonna encourage AI perfect responses in Hinge. I think they'll actually hurt their product. So no one's gonna. I don't think they're gonna allow that, because then everyone's gonna be like, "Am I talking to you or the AI?" That's why I think this common feature of you screenshotting it and sharing it to your chat and then going back to the whatever dating app, I just think there's probably hundreds of million people that have done that. And it's like a little painful thing everyone does. I bet you do it with your boss. I bet you do it with your coworkers. You're constantly just say, "Hey," and then just constantly doing it. And I bet you the dating one is like kills it. I bet you every single person has.
That's a good point. And we do have an update on Rocket and product updates of the file upload. So maybe you could do that too. We would see that soon in Rocket. Well, shoot.
Yo.
I think. Hey, Shot Gamers. Good to see you. Anyway, I got sidetracked talking about AI and dating apps, but let's talk more about how Roz is using Rocket for.
You ain't gonna get a date if you don't make it, if you don't have a job. So
you're not gonna have a date if you don't get a job, and you got to put Rocket to work to help you with that job.
Yeah.
And so Rocket is helping Sir Roz making content, finding what should we talk about today, what content should I make, help me draft posts, find strong angles for, help me find a topic, and then help me get an angle, build a brief, draft a post, create some visuals or suggest some visuals.
Yeah.
What should I watch for after I go live with the content? So it's not using AI. To use Rocket just to make a caption is a gross underuse of what Rocket is capable of doing. Look at that guy. He's just like ready to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot more you can do than just make a caption with Rocket.
Yep.
And I like to show every week the new video that he makes. So I'm gonna just share this real quick. His little vid.
Okay.
Is it the
That's nice.
side? Am I
okay.
muted?
No, you're good now. That was almost worth it.
I don't know. I think they're cute. Well, they're just waking up.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Anyway, well, I wonder what Rocket's gonna work on next with him.
Yeah.
And I do like that breakfast. Sasha said, "This is why Rocket's so fat, huh?" That big breakfast.
Well,
if you eat a breakfast like that every day, yeah.
I do, yeah. Well, anyway, keep it going. Keep the task going, guys. The goal here is we want to make Rocket just get better and better at fetching, because once it can do more of these searches, obviously one of the best things we want Rocket to do is fetch deals and fetch rewards for you. So it's just learning to use the right tools and skills to do all this stuff. But the number one, it's the most rewarding agent. That's our mission, make the world's most rewarding agent and make it accessible. But a big part of that is making sure it saves your time, but improves your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you don't get ripped off, but also finds rewards for you. It's already that's why it has a consistent earn rate hourly, because it can actually do tasks while you sleep. So when someone asks for a task, one of those tasks might be sent to your device and you get a little bit of UPT, or from a company who wants to access the network.
Yeah.
And that's what powers the earn rate. But we want to do more and more of this, because eventually you can start finding other stuff out there, like hey, I need to make a few bucks, or I want to make $10 this month, pay a bill off. Rocket should go out and find the best offers and deals, and here's a fast track way, do these 3 things and earn you $10. Cool, done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like your kimono.
Oh yeah, that's a great robe.
Kimono from China, yeah, made in China, authentic Japanese kimono made in China, yeah. Made in AI China.
Well, it's we have the hats, the America hat, the American flag, and then you look at the hat made in China.
yeah. Exactly.
Everything's made there. Anyway, so all these things are super powerful to do. It's not just about the model that can do that, right? You need the actual harness. The harness is what owns that relationship. Oh, I forgot to go to the next slide. It's the harness that owns the relationship. That's what makes all of this so powerful, because models can change.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Models can change. Users can switch between the models. I know I've had that problem myself personally with switching with other agents, just switching between models. But where the real power is with the harness itself, right? So the agents and sub-agents working as one. Right?
Yeah.
You talk about this a lot.
Yeah. Well, in many ways, the harness is the company.
Mm-hmm.
And we say that because it's how you build everything now, and how even the team that builds the thing, also how they work. And so everything we do is also using constant agents. Even the agent itself, Rocket being able to issue its own tickets and then analyze the tickets and then surface which ones are important and then actually fix those tickets.
Mhm.
Like the whole thing, that's all part of the harness. The harness is also like being able to every day distill, Rocket has Chris called it dreaming, but every night it kind of like understands what happened during the day and kind of reflects on what happened, how it can prove itself. That's part of the harness. All this is like, how do you build a new system of when you and the machine can think together, essentially, and when you and the machine can think together as buddies. How do you build a company when you and your laptop is thinking as a friend together? It's crazy, and so a really totally crazy mind shift. And it's a constant reminder too, because if you've been in building in software for so long, it's hard to just constantly remember that. It's a new way of thinking, really, and so you have to constantly remind yourself, like, no, I gotta think more of a system way of thinking here, or like, no, the machine is with me, can think with me, and it can do things while I'm sleeping. Like, it doesn't have to just wait till I wake up, and that's like a really hard. Everyone's learning to do this. You gotta learn now. You gotta start now, because about a couple of years from now, like a lot of people who are already just working through how to build a multi-agent system that's they're going to figure it out. And so we're like all in on this. And so this is like the harness is a company. And we've thought about this a long time. Like, I'm glad we all, even some of our own team took a while to like really figure out and get there. But even last summer is when I think you introduced Maestro last summer, Chris, because you just, out of necessity, you were just doing this yourself, because we all just realized, I just need to spend like a couple of weeks just building this thing out for myself, because I'm not really taking advantage of how
right? Sometimes when you have a new tool, you can tell, like, man, this tool is great. But after you've used it a little bit, you realize, like, but what I need for it is, like, the thing to hold it and the other thing, and I need a longer cord because I'm constantly, right. And that's kind of where I think we found ourselves last summer with the AI coding tools. I was like, wow, this tool is great. Boy, I'm doing an awful lot of hand holding for something that doesn't need so much hand holding. We need to be able to let it run more freely, let it run for longer, let it run on, I think the one that finally made me throw up my hands and whack out the first version of Maestro was, I had the agent doing something and then it accidentally clobbered some other work that I was testing at the same time. And I'm like, damn it, I need to be able to run multiple isolated instances of this at the same time, so that one doesn't step on my toes while I'm messing around with something manually and so on. So it was about, I think I'd say I think I showed you guys internally in the team the first version of Maestro about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a year ago, and and so that's what we're talking about. Like, it takes a year of like just thinking about the problem, how to build a harness, and how's the team taking advantage of the tools to build a better harness, to build a better rocket. Like, I'm so glad we started that so early, because we're still, it's still really early days, and like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and there's a lot of little things to make it really efficient, because the hard part is, like, we can throw a lot of money at it and make it powerful, but then it'll be so expensive that no one can really use it except for like the people who live in SF, and that's not the point of the most rewarding accessible agent on earth. Like, you should be able to have amazing, we really like this word, token abundance. Like, we want to build toward a token abundance. And right now, getting more people in the door to try it, where it's already in some places, like especially in the US, people are still scared. Like, people are just anxious with AI, but make it accessible. So that's why this is important. The harness is the company. It really is. That's how we have to think of it that way. Anyone else out there in startup world, you guys know exactly how we feel. Maybe you're thinking about the same thing. Like, how do I transform my entire team to think of it this way? How we work together, because your machine is thinking with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, on that note, let's move on to something a little more interactive, shall we?
Okay.
We're gonna do our QR code. You can check in now to the front row.
My iPhone is missing. Yeah. Okay.
You have your Android. You can check into front row and get your boost for the week. This now works on your iPhone and your Android.
Nice.
So scan that on your device.
Doing it right now. Let's test it real quick, like.
There you go. So if you have an Android, or there you go. But it just doesn't work on if you have like a Windows phone.
Yeah.
It's not working. It won't work on that.
I'm sorry. If you have a Windows phone,
I don't know.
when is hold on.
Isn't there a Windows phone? Does it not exist?
I don't even know if it exists anymore.
Did they used to?
I have not.
Yeah, they
cured.
used to.
Oh, they don't
Hey,
make
Rocket, when was the last time that they sold the Windows Phone? How long ago was it? How many days?
I don't know her. I don't know. I thought she existed, but maybe not. Is that out? It's out, right? Okay. Well, if you're on a Windows phone, like an old ass one, then you need a new phone.
Yeah. Jen's over here, so like, hey guys, it's not gonna work on your Nokia. If you have a Nokia,
your BlackBerry,
you have your Motorola Razr, definitely
Actually,
doesn't work on the Motorola
Razr. Is back, sir.
Oh,
it's back,
is it?
and it will work.
Okay.
But here, follow this on your Android or iPhone. And if you don't want to follow a QR code, or if you have a Seeker or Saga device, you can follow this link instead.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
That is your weekly live stream check-in. It's called Front Row, and you get a boost. This boost will last you for 7 days. And this link, if you're watching a recording, this link expires at 5:30 a.m. UTC Friday. So that is in 11 hours.
For folks who are
now.
sleeping and you watch this later, which a lot of people do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta scan right now too. I haven't done it yet.
Like to reward the community engagement and holders, you get rewarded. So that's what. This is.
And Jen, for any Jen, you are correct. Anybody who is still using their Windows phone that was last possibly purchasable over 3,000 days ago.
What? Really? They haven't made a Windows phone in that long?
Since the beginning of 2018.
Oh shit. Wow, that went out like a fizzle.
Yep.
Nobody even noticed. Oh, that's sad. Poor Windows.
Not really, but okay.
Yeah, I'm with Jesse. Who cares? The
cares.
Windows phone was an
somebody's
awful idea from the get-go.
Yeah.
Well, remember we were working in mobile back then, as we still are. We picked one up. Oh, you don't have the bad memories because you didn't have to work with it. We picked one up. I had to. I tried to make it my daily driver for a couple of weeks when they first came out to be like, okay, because we thought like, okay, Microsoft's behind this. Maybe Windows Phone will be a thing. And I was like, who wants this trash? And Jesse, was it you who took it or somebody else? But I feel like we played hot potato with that for about a month and a half, and then it quietly got stuck in a drawer somewhere. And
for the longest time, for years later, the internet adjusted to a Windows phone that doesn't exist. So if you like little things like if you want to create your website favicon, it will say generate, like all the tools, free tools, it'll generate like the favicon for iOS and Android and include a Windows device. You're like, it like affected many things out there. And so you make a Microsoft tile, right?
Right.
A tile icon for your app, but no one cares because no one uses the Microsoft. It's fine. So it messed, it just added work. Yeah. So 2-device fine.
Hey, I want to say good night to Shot Gamers. Thank you.
Good night. Good
I hope
night.
you got your check-in.
Yeah. Good night. Good timing, sir.
Great timing.
Yeah.
This is also, I saw somebody on X. They said that I forgot what the thread was about, but they said, I'll just watch the recording because sometimes they talk for a really long time. This is actually one of the verticals for video semantic search is just distilling what did we talk about for 2 hours on the live stream this week. You can absolutely do that.
Yeah. First
we get a little chatty.
Yeah.
But, we're happy when you guys stay here with us. We do tend to stay a long time. Okay, well, let's go on to some product updates, shall we? I think that, we have quite a few things to mention, but I want to get to who is he at the very top? Did we highlight it?
The Rocket one or?
No. Killer Clown was having issues with the Rocket,
Okay.
with Rocket. So we said we would address it. So let's talk about that real quick.
Okay. Well, here's one thing that could happen. So
let's explain what might be happening.
So he's probably getting an API issue. I think if you get a red message, I'm guessing it's the API issue, which means, right now, we have a kind of a limit per rocket on token usage. And reason why it's actually already very generous per person, but the sad truth of it is, even in the token world, like the AI token world, not like crypto, people still farm AI tokens. And there can be bots. So once they find that's something that's kind of like freemium or like free to use, you can actually get a bunch of bots to do tasks, and they will jack up. They'll just slam it, and they're doing other things. They're like they might be like not the word reverse engineering, but maybe just like testing the model, whatever you use. They're just doing stuff like that all day long. Like they're tasked to do this. Anyway, so we just gotta be careful. And so we might hit a limit. So if you're using
what's happening? So what's happening? It's not just us. It's a lot of places. Some people are. So what they're doing is you can go find websites that will advertise many services in some places, including ours and a mix of other web services for like 95% discount. Well, I got news for you. They ain't paying for it and reselling it at a 95% discount. They're signing up for free accounts. They're using stolen credit cards. It's a real problem right now. And there are two solutions to this problem. Number one is to lower the thresholds a little bit and that kind of thing. And number two is just and this is where I differ from a lot of people. One of the solutions to if somebody is going out and wants to buy our service or another AI provider or whatever at a 95% discount, that means it's valuable for them. Just they want to pay 95% less. And hey, who doesn't want to pay 95% less? But who goes and steals bandwidth these days? Nobody. Bandwidth is so cheap, it's just not worth stealing. It's practically given away. And this gets to our discussion. So the two-pronged approach to deal with this is, number one, make some adjustment to the free tiers. And number two is just keep working really, really hard to make it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper every day while still generating revenue for the community. But the more people use it, the more the price can go down. And that is when we talk about AI abundance.
Yeah.
Right now we are. I firmly believe we are in a transitional period right now where AI is still sort of notably expensive in certain scenarios. And I run out of AI usage all the time with various AI services that I use and that we use at UpRock and stuff like that. But it's going to keep getting cheaper. And so that's the second part of my philosophy with this is, that's great that people are abusing it. It means they like it. We just need to then keep working on making it more cost effective so that it gets to the point where it's too much hassle to try to steal it. You just
But by the way, Killer Cloud, we're not saying we see you're talking to us. I'm saying we have a limit, so you might have hit it because you're using it, which is great. So I would do this: just send create a ticket. We have a ticket system, or you can use Discord. Let us know your email or
and your use case, and
use it, and then we'll go into it. And then if you might have hit the soft limit that we have for the actual bots, but we know we know you're actually using it. So,
I think specifically though, Jesse, the one that we dropped from 5K to 1K is the UpRock.ai, the MCP tools.
Oh, I know, but
the API tools.
Oh, those two separate comments here though. Killer Client has one with his Rocket, and the other one is Rocket AI, UpRock AI. So we're saying the UpRock for Killer Clown 187. If you have a Rocket issue and you're seeing the API limit, it's probably because maybe that. I'm assuming, but let us know. Just create a ticket with your email. We'll look into it and we can unblock that. If you're just using it, that's awesome. And I'm thinking that's what it was. You're just using it, which is great. And then we'll just unblock it for you. Or if it's another issue with the harness itself, maybe we can also help you. No matter what, we'll help you. So that's with Rocket. With UpRock.ai, which is a separate thing, which is for the developer tools, we also noticed the same thing there. We want to make like the crawler and some of the developer agent tools pretty generous so people can try it because it's a really competitive market out there. But we noticed that a lot of people, well, not people, they're probably bots, are signing up for free UpRock.ai accounts and just banging the network and not paying. And they're all like hitting they're kind of in the range where it's in the range where they're just pushing it all the time. It's just too obvious. And so we drastically lowered the credit limit from 5,000 to 1,000, so people can still try it. 1,000 credits still pretty good, and the daily limit also reduced. So if you try it, you know it works, and you need crawler, and you know it works, then you pay for it. We're actually way pretty competitive compared to all the tools that are out there. Like Oxy Labs and what else? Firecrawl, Tablet, all of them. If you just pound for pound, like we're very competitive. And it's good for the whole community too, because we need, if folks are using it and they find it valuable, they should pay, and that money is going to be used to buy back tokens. So I think it's going to be good for all of us, and we're cutting down on that grift that's happening, because we want people to try it, and good, and it's great. People are trying it, but now we need to just like rein it in, So that's that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and Spaceman, since you brought it up, and a few of you have probably seen this, and maybe somebody mentioned it earlier upstream. There have been a couple instances where Rocket has hit some run out of resources and hit some limits and stopped responding. There's been 3, as far as I'm aware. And one of them lasted for a few hours. The others were shorter. That's why we said, going all the way back to April, May, like we were going to roll this out progressively. And the goal was to really try to not have very many of those, or ideally any. We've had 3, which is, you guys just keep using Rocket, which is awesome. And so that's why we haven't stopped the rollout. We've just slowed it down very slightly, just making sure we have enough capacity provisioned for everybody. And part of the challenge has actually been, we had enough capacity provisioned for everybody, and then everybody started using it a little bit more as we've added some new features and stuff like that. So overall, I think that's a very good thing. And then just, we're just trying to kind of stay on top of it and keep things rolling out. Keep capacity growing so that we can keep the rollout going, which we are. So I was just going to.
But definitely reach out and take it, because we want to make sure that is actually the issue here. It just it's
In fact, Jesse, you don't even know this yet. You guys on Rocket have now used over 100 billion tokens have gone through Rocket.
Nice.
A lot of tokens.
Yeah, we don't use Open Router, so you guys won't see us part of these kind of big public leaderboards, but that puts us up there. It was part of the again, agent per token, like the amount of tokens per agent per human, actual real human, is really, really strong, which is great.
And
we be efficient about it too. We're not like, we can be a token burning factory. We're trying to be efficient here. So even at trying to be as efficient as possible is still good usage of tokens, which is great, right?
Yep. Yeah. No. So I'll be like, okay, we rolled out a few things to make Rocket a little more efficient, and like, okay, without adding more users for 2 or 3 days, token usage goes down a little bit, and then it starts going back up a little bit. And it's like, but wait, it's more efficient. Why is it going back up? And then it's been kind of wandering around a little bit, but it's been pretty. You guys are using it. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
There is no. To my mind, there is no greater compliment to us as builders than when we build something that people actually use. That means that we build something people like.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have more product updates. Well, I hinted at it earlier, but we are working on file upload for Rocket Chat.
Yeah, file downloads.
Or file download, I mean.
Well, here's the thing.
File downloads are done. They just need to go out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I guess we actually submitted the file download feature where because Rocket, by the way, if you guys didn't ever ask Rocket, it has its own file system, it has its own computer server runtime, and so it actually, when you generate something, it has folders it can create.
Yeah.
And right now you can't access it, so the next update has that. Right now it's still in review mode. We have some issues we got to deal with it, but it's in review mode, so we're fixing that.
Yes.
But we submitted it last week, so hopefully we can resolve it, and then you guys can see that feature any day now. Like we're literally in the middle of it, and that's how that works. So that one has some good stuff. There's other things like a little bit more, just a little nicer experience on letting you know Rocket is thinking and working, because right now it's kind of, you don't really visually know if it kind of has like this moment where it's just loading things. So having it just give it a little more train of thought, so you can see like, oh yeah, it's actually doing something. It's just a little more relieving than just kind of waiting. Is it stuck or not? So it's a little more visually clear on what's happening. So a lot of little details like that to make the experience better. But big one is like, we want you to actually know that this can generate files, download those files. Yeah. And that's a big one.
Give you the interface to actually use that tool.
Yeah. What else is in there?
In this release.
Yeah. We got some improvements on the we're always improving the offer side of things. Right, because we always have bugs there. And then also, do you want to talk about the App Store?
Oh, yeah, because we had that issue last week. Somebody had mentioned, or did they mention it last week? Or we were just talking internally. It brought up to us. People saying that they were getting a notice that when they downloaded from Seeker, onto their Seeker, that they had to Google Play Protect would uninstall the app. And so we're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
We got more clarity over that over the weekend of what's going on there. So now we have a place where we were pointing to a direction. So now we're looking into what is causing that.
Seeker needs a bad update. Yeah, Seeker needs a bad update. Like, it's been a while. It doesn't even have the rocket yet. We were going to update it last week, and then for some reason we thought maybe it's like a signature issue. The Seeker version is quite far behind the Play Store one, and we thought maybe because the Play Store one is way ahead. Anyway, we looked into it. We're fixing it, and then we're going to submit a new Seeker update because Seeker doesn't even have rocket yet. So everyone's on a Seeker device doesn't have it, and we need it out. But that was a little bit of stick in the wheel last week with Seeker. Came out of nowhere, so that's also in the middle of we're in the middle of that, and feel pretty good about solving it. So and the Seeker store is their new DApp store is pretty self-service, so their turnaround time is pretty good. Yeah. We just need to fix it and submit a new one. So I think maybe by the weekend, I think, because everyone's just literally the team's on it right now. They're having a discussion on how to solve these two issues real quick and get it out there.
Yeah. iOS, we're reaching feature parity with Android, so that includes the new a second game partner and the second reviews surveys partner. Oh, speaking of games, I hope everybody here took advantage of the promotion that we had on math games. If you had math games available in your region, last week we had a promo where you got double your rewards for the week. It did really well. You guys seem to have really liked that. We're gonna have
knocked it out of the
those.
park. It was great. It was actually pretty good. It was like a double the engagement, double revenue. That's gonna really help that token buybacks, and it was awesome. Yeah. So
we have another promotion with math that's gonna be at the end of next month. So we'll make sure that we share a lot of that with you, let you know ahead of time that's coming.
Yep.
But that will be next month. But as we fix the issues, as we said, we're kind of tightening up everything. I know we have some issues with playtime. We're working on that. We want to tighten up the experience with CPS or with the survey providers. But they all have, a lot of these providers, they have promotions like this. So we're going to be taking advantage of all of them. So that means more rewards for you. And better health for the token, and just great engagement. So stay tuned for the next one. At least the next one for sure is the end of September, but we may have something else sooner.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Any other product updates?
I think honestly, there's so much coming in the Android and Seeker that we're really hoping they got approved today. So I think that's the thing. We're just going to focus on getting them out this weekend because it's a big one for Rocket on Play Store, and it's the first time anyone on Seeker is going to ever see Rocket. So we got to get these out there. I think that's the main one. So
okay. One more question. Well, I guess not a product update, but it's a question that came up because we're coming close on the end of questions. Close to the end of this. Christopher, or Jesse, Spaceman asked about the buyback wallet.
Oh yeah.
So we have to get that refilled soon?
Yeah,
okay.
I was just waiting on the transaction to go through.
Perfect. Okay. Let's go into the reminder for the cat call every Wednesday at 6 p.m. UTC. The cats have their D-Pioneers call, and they do a weekly cargo drop of 0.75 Seoul. And that gets distributed amongst three cat holders. You have to have a D-Pioneers cat and join the Discord to put your name in the hat, or put your paw in the litter box. I don't know. Put your paw in something. Raise your paw up for it.
Yeah.
You can go over to dpioneers.com to see what cats are available. You can mint a new cat, or you can adopt a cat. What's great about these cats is that it's not just an NFT. The NFT actually represents a collection of tokens, of DPIN tokens. So it's D-Pioneers is the largest holder of UPT. I think one of, or the largest of, at least for a time, of GeoNet.
Mhm.
So the GeoNet token, Geode, like popped off this year. There's other tokens in there too.
Mhm.
So you get a cat, you get a bag of tokens.
Yep.
And you could do different things with that. You can hold on to it and just watch your bag grow.
Mhm.
You could sell it and say, hey, this cat has all these tokens here. You could buy my cat, which is basically let somebody else adopt your cat. Or you could do what sounds like such a brutal thing, and you could liquidate the cat and get the tokens yourself. But you
can burn the cat.
It feels so. I mean, I get it. You want your tokens, right? I understand. But it just sounds so brutal to do that to a kitty cat. But anyway, head over to dpioneers.com to take a look at the cats. If you are not a holder yet, go get yourself one. And hey, you know what? It's a good time to get a cat now, because we are entering. I think a bull market is coming up, so things are going to get expensive again. So it's a good price.
And also we're paying attention. We have the Stack the Bull thing we're working on, and speaking of Harness and Stack the Bull, like I'm rocking Fetch Rewards. We're seeing all the comments. One thing I'm learning just watching this bull stuff, and everyone like so excited about it, and Robinhood and even FOMO, the new hybrid decks. People don't care what chain things are on. Like Robinhood, you don't care. You just know it's tokenized, whether it's like real world asset or a stock or a token or a meme. You don't care if it's from Solana or Robinhood or anything. You don't. And I think it's going to get more and more like that. Like more tokenized everything is, you just probably won't care what chain it's on. And if you're a wallet company, I don't even know, like it's these vertically integrated services where it's like you don't really need your wallet. Like if Robinhood has it built in or FOMO has it built in, like we have a basic reward wallet. It's not like a full functioning wallet, but like you probably also, I'm guessing you guys won't even care what chain your rewards are on. You just want to make sure your wallet goes up, right? And Rocket finds you deals, and it could be, who knows what kind of more tokenized the better, because then the deals are more liquid. Like we can fetch different deals with you guys, drop them in the wallet. You can do whatever you want with them. You can turn them into gift cards or whatever, because the more ways that the reward can exchange to something else, better for you guys. And I think that world's coming. And I think the future harness too would be a reward harness, not a great way to have the most rewarding agent is not only an exchange of value of like, here's great offers and also here's data and it can do surveys, but also the reward itself, it can fetch from a variety of different protocols. Anyway, but first step is see if you guys are interested in it. So it seems like there's a lot of interest. And we're paying attention to which kind of communities you're paying attention to. And like I say, it's campaign, so nothing gonna be set in stone here. But I do believe like a great rewarding agent is gonna just fetch the deals, and you're not gonna care what chain it's on. You just want it. You just want the rewards. You want your wallet to go better. So. All right.
Well, I think that's it for the week, guys.
Okay.
Do you have anything new? Anything else to add that I might have missed?
Why don't you do the QR code one more time? We only did it once, right?
Oh, sure. I could do it one more time.
Yeah.
If you've missed it, here you go, folks. You can scan this.
There you go.
To get your check-in for the week. Let me grab the link for you here. If you don't want to scan a QR code, then you can follow this link. Now, remember, you have to be on an Android or iPhone for this to work. If you don't, then it will not. It won't work. You get a 404. How come my things aren't posting?
Huh?
There we go. There we go.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
There you go. Go get your link. It has been a pretty good week. Hey, you know what? I got to get my monitor fixed. I've been getting bands across the bottom of my monitor.
That's the worst.
It's so scary. They're like getting more and more. So I like just see it slowly, like more and more lines across my screen. It's like I'm like slowly drowning, like just impending doom.
Yeah, that's the worst when you get dead pixels or bands. Yeah.
Well, I think that's just the cable that connects the screen to the bottom of the laptop. Because there's a little cable that runs inside the hinge and they get pinched over time. And I had this problem with mine, and they were able to just swap out the cable. Like I couldn't, I probably could have done it if I really, really wanted to. But anyway, I took it to Apple and zooped the bottom off, put a new cable on, and it was done in like an hour.
Well,
are we signing off now? Is there anything else?
I think that's it. We like times this the Android review and the App Store. I really wanted to get it out, so that's the first thing we're going to hop onto right after this call.
Yeah,
because it's a big update, and we really wanted Secret folks to have it today. So I think we're good, and then we'll have more updates to share next week.
Well, before we go, I wanted to mention that we collectively as the humankind lost a couple of really great people, fun people. We lost Tim Curry, a fabulous actor. You might have seen him Rocky Horror Picture Show. He played Pennywise in It. He was in Clue. He was the world's weirdo, and we loved him for it. He was so much fun. If you love movies, and you love camp, you probably like Tim Curry. He played Legend, he played the darkness in Legend. Fabulous. He was so weird, fun, and glamorous. And I think he's a beacon for everybody else who felt like an outsider. But the big one that this hits hard for a lot of Americans, and I think a lot of people around the world too. We all lost Dolly Parton, a fabulous human being. And
Dolly Parton was pretty cool.
Yes, and she had some really great things that she said. She was just a great human. She said, I want to leave you with something she said. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. So just be the person that you know you are and you can be. And we love Dolly. I'm so sad that she's gone. She is probably the last person on Earth right now, or at least for Americans, where everybody loved her. Like, no matter what side of the table you on, you just love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that's
true. It's like we're true unity.
Yeah.
And if you want to know more about her, go watch some of the documentaries about her, because she was a very generous, fearless person, and she just made everybody happy.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
We love you, Dolly.
Yeah, very true.
Yep.
Okay. That's great. That's good. I like that quote. That's a great quote. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Find out who
very
you are
good.
and do it on purpose.
Find out who you are, do it on purpose.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that. Great way to end. That's a good quote.
All right, Christopher, you want to sign us off?
We do have a song.
I can't really.
Yeah, we have a new song from Sasha. We'll end it with Chris's sign off. But yeah, thanks.
I was about to say I'm not sure I can really top that, Jen, but Dolly Parton is somebody everybody could agree on. So I guess that's a good place to end it. Be the person that everybody can agree on. As always, everyone, thank you for spending your Thursday with us. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to me. As we said, those reviews, we want them out. This somebody cracked a comment about Google pulling an Apple Jr. Don't say that, geez. That's the last thing we need. But this is their reason is such fucking bullshit. It's like the exact opposite. I mean, I'm going to summarize the reason. It's like, well, your code's too secure. Okay, well, what are we going to do? Make it less secure? Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, we're working on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, you can say, Christopher, we're working 9 to 5.
We're working 9 to 5.
Yeah. Working.
No, we're working. That's the one difference about Dolly and startup life. We work 9 to 5, and then we work 5 to 9 after that.
Yes.
Work 12 to 5.
A way to make a living.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for spending your Thursday with us, everyone. It means a lot. I'm excited for the new song. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm
None of us heard it. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, we're excited. And, Sasha is our new Dolly, making us these songs.
All right. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Right. See y'all later, everybody.
Yeah. Appreciate all your support. Okay. See you next week. Bye.
dams. We will grow like no one else. No more waiting on the shore with a wave that won't melt. Question now, are you ready to sail with us? Hands up high, if you trust this ride. Tokenomics in the light, power turns and it holds on tight. Revenue burns, the numbers glow. Scarcity comes and it starts to show. We ride, we ride, we ride. We ride. Stand side by side. If you are shouting now, let the whole world hear. Rocket's name. Rocket! Rocket! When the flood break starts to move, we don't bend, we break through. And each week we wore that chain. Now the future knows.